What's up, pirates? It's your boy GM. How's it going? One Piece chapter 11, 15. I got a lot to unpack, so I might squeeze in a lot of stuff in this chapter review and not review some stuff. But I really want to focus on what Vegapunk said. But anyways, let's get into this. Throughout the world, we see various reactions of what Vegapunk is saying. I love how in Wano we're seeing those characters, and the Straw Hat flag is hanging on the Imperial Palace. So I really love that scene. Yet, among the various reactions around the world, I have one question. How is this guy still alive? The Malo Black, the fake Luffy? Oh my god, now he's being fake Kid. Jesus Christ, this guy has not learned his lesson. There is this moment between Stussy and Edison. Edison is pretty banged up. He's asking Stussy to raise the shield so that the Strides can get away. And he's asking her as well to get out and, escape whatever. And yeah, Edison is not going anywhere. I'm sorry to say this. I think that he's really done for. Stussy replies that, I don't know what to do. Without the Stella, who do I live for? And we got Kaku like having a silent reaction to that. And okay, I don't see Stussy joining the Straw Hats. Maybe being an ally on the long run if she survives. But I don't know. I think that at that point, the fate that some soldiers within the world government has been shaken by the actions of the higher ups. And Kaku might be one of them. And I think that, the way how he reacted to Stussy's words, I don't know, maybe these two might get away and, try to figure out what they are meant to do on the long run. Maybe form their own brand of justice, trying to help people as best as they can or whatnot. I know this is like gibberish theory at that point, but I don't know, that moment, it really got to me. I was really curious about that. Nusjuro is pissed. The dude sliced the entire Labo phase in half. And to be honest, I'm starting to think that the transponder they're looking for is not on the island. And to be honest, if I was a genius like Vegapunk, that's exactly what I would do. I would just put it somewhere where nobody would think about looking for this thing. Like imagine he hid it somewhere in Oara, in the ruins of Oara. Like that would be genius level type of tactics, like genius. So I want to focus on what Vegapunk was saying during the chapter. He started with what we already knew, sort of. Like Joy Boy was a pirate that we discovered that in the previous chapter. He was the first pirate, and his enemies were the world government, or actually the precursor of the world government, who was known as the Alliance. And that war in the Void Century came to a close when Joy Boy lost against the Alliance. Now here's the line that he said. He said, not without leaving devastating scars of war around the world. So this war wasn't just isolated at one island or a few islands. It was a world war. So that pretty much confirms it. And to even confirm that it was a world war, Vegapunk adds that, sailing around the world is dangerous because, the sea is treacherous. And most people have been confined to their own culture from their own island. But before that, 1,000 years ago, the world was more united. So the patches of island that people are living in, they are pieces of continent that used to exist a long time ago, which is 1,000 years ago. And during this war in the Void Century, the sea level rose 200 meters. So during that gap of time, a lot of weapons of mass destruction were used, aka probably the ancient weapons. Therefore, man-made disaster. Vegapunk concludes that due to the rise of sea level that happened the other day, that those weapons that were used, they still exist. And the war of during the blank century, it never ended. And that makes perfect sense. Roger's interference, that's the first thing that I think, because he was the king of the pirates. He conquered Grand Line. He went to Laugh Tale, conquered Grand Line. Like he was the first pirate to have ever done that. And to make sure that the world government would not control the entire world, he triggered the Great Pirate Age. Whitebeard, he did the same thing. And if you think about it, even Wano at some point, they were responsible of making the Poneglyph stones as well. So all those actions, they were to make sure that the world government would have a hard time to control the entirety of the world, because I think that what they fear the most, which is logical, is people carrying the will of the D. And yes, Whitebeard is not one of them, but still, what he did before dying, he triggered another pirate wave. And the Void Century War that never ended. It makes sense because the will of the D. I mean, every people that carry the letter D in their name, the initial D in their name, sorry, they've been known to make actions that cause a lot of trouble for the world government because they were banging on a door that wasn't meant to be open from their perspective. So if you think about it, each prominent carrier of the D initial, like Luffy, Blackbeard even, I would even say, Roger, obviously, Soul, the giant that saved Robin, all those guys created action that meant to be headaches for the world government. So seeing what Vegapunk is saying, it makes a lot of sense. This chapter was amazing. Oda cooked once again. Love it. Tell me your thoughts about this chapter. Did you love it? Did you hate it? I don't know. I don't really mind. Let's flood the comment section. Let's talk about it. Also, I'm about to stream Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. If you want to join me in a few hours to talk about the chapter, look, you're more than welcome. The link is either in the bio or somewhere on the screen. And so I'll catch you guys later. And look, wow, things are getting chaotic in One Piece. So see you next week. Oh, see you later. Ciao.